C3 AI shares are under pressure after a tough quarter. The company pre-announced a few weeks ago was fully shared with investors and the street. The company pulled its full-year guidance, but tried to temper concerns on the demand outlook on the earnings call last night. On top of all this, C3 AI announced a new CEO to take the baton from tech titan Tom Siebel. Stephen Ehikian has gotten the CEO nod after spending time in the Trump administration leading the president's AI action plan and starting 2 businesses that were sold to Salesforce. Lots to get to here with this. Let's dive in here. Tom Siebel and Steve Ehikian join me now on Opening Bid. Good morning to you, Jeds. Stephen, I will get to you in a second, but congrats to you. Tom, I want to get to you. I've covered a good chunk of your career, especially at C3I. You've never pulled punches. You've never fed me BS. What happened this quarter, and when does it get better?
The sales execution last quarter, Brian, was just inexcusable. Okay, and so this is our 19th public quarter as a public company. This is the first time that we've missed earnings guidance. We've met or exceeded every other quarter. We take this very seriously. We reorganized the sales organization globally last quarter. We brought in new leadership globally, in Europe, in the U.S., in federal, and that had a little disruptive effect. And candidly, the revenue production was entirely unacceptable. The good news is we have new leadership, new CEO, great product, big market, not much competition, 131 products, and we're ready to rock.
I love, Tom, that you hopped on that earnings call last night. You mentioned all of your, other players in the tech space that have missed sales over the past 10, 15 years. So you got a good point there. And you did say the company a year from now is going to be rocking. How do you get to that rocking state? And when will we see rocking again at C3?
Well, Brian, you've been around the block, and this happens. Oracle has missed 34 quarters as a public company. NVIDIA has missed 10. Salesforce has missed regularly in the last couple of years. Now, today, people remember Salesforce missed. Yesterday, they didn't. Nobody remembers the Oracle misses. Nobody remembers the NVIDIA misses. Nobody remembers the 24 Amazon misses over the years. So this is, in the long run, this is a punctuation point, not end of story. And we're loaded for bear. Huge market, big opportunity. We have the considerable addition of Stephen Ehikian, and we are ready to go.
Stephen, I got to get used to a little bit. I've been, talking to Tom for many years, but welcome to the C3 team. Take us, for those not familiar with your background, you're coming in hot from the Trump administration. What have you been working on there?
So it was an honor to serve as the acting administrator of the General Services Administration. There we worked on a lot of things, but most notably, we reformed the federal acquisition process. We also lowered the barriers to bringing in best-in-class technologies into government, and we were implementing President Trump's AI action plan. So as I think about C3, I think that's a unique perspective of the federal government operations, and my goal is to make C3 platform easy to purchase, easy to be trusted at scale, and easy to be adopted by government and the commercial sector.
Anytime a new CEO comes in, Steve, they assess the operations, they hit the road, they talk to customers, they talk to investors. This first 6 months in this seat, what do you plan to do? And then, what is that playbook that investors should expect for you to unveil, I guess, at some point next year?
Yeah. Well, first, let me just say I'm extremely excited to be here. The market opportunity for enterprise AI is massive. Every company, every government is actively thinking, how do you transition from testing and experimenting with AI to actually deploying across mission critical operations? C3 has the technology platform and applications customers need today. Our technology is being used by some of the most valuable companies in the world across some of the most challenging environments. For me, also, the ability to learn from Tom Siebel, who invented this category, and work with his incredible team, made this decision very easy. So to answer your question, it's starting in just listening. I'm talking to our customers, our partners, and our employees, and we'll be doubling down on innovation, growth, and execution going forward.
I suspect, Stephen, one of your magical powers is the players behind the scenes in the government. Do you see that as one of the biggest opportunities for C3 to expand its government business?
Well, C3 is already in some of the large agencies today, which is a huge competitive advantage. I think my perspective, understanding the federal acquisition process and some of the focus around adopting AI should give C3 a very unique perspective in terms of driving additional growth in the federal government and state and local, to be honest.
Tom, look, you've been I've seen you up close. I've seen you work. I see how you hold a room. I mean, you've always been incredibly engaged, whether throughout all of your teams. Is it going to be hard for you to pull back? And like, what does your day-to-day become now?
My job, the board's job, the management team's job, and all our employees' jobs right now is to make sure that Stephen is successful. Stephen has the right skills, right background, right platform, right company, right time. And we just, I'm in the business like everybody else involved here in making sure that Stephen succeeds at growing this business, penetrating the federal government, penetrating the private sector, continuing to expand the agentic footprint and getting the job done. That's my job.
Is it a slow handoff of responsibilities, or you're still moving at the same pace you have been in the past?
Well, Brian, for better or for worse, Tom's not going anywhere. And so, I'm staying fully engaged as executive chairman. I'll continue to focus on strategic partner relationships as I have, strategic customer relationships as I have, product direction as I have, and assuring that I can support Stephen in any way possible.
Stephen, we're really looking at some sell-offs here in the early going. C3 selling off, but some renewed concern on the pace of enterprise spending on all things AI. From your vantage point, do you see things slowing down at all?
Talking to our customers, it's just the beginning innings of adopting enterprise AI. I think this is the transition from testing and experimenting to actually deployment across mission critical operations. So I do not see that. I see the beginning innings of a long trajectory ahead.
How is the government using AI?
We're using it across a spectrum. You may have seen that GSA launched USAI, which is kind of a marketplace for AI products. It's being used internally to automate such things as the acquisition process, as well as for customer support. But I can tell you the use cases and demand is across every single agency. And again, they're just the beginning stages of deploying AI at scale.
Do you see it as a big unlock in terms of cutting costs inside of the government?
Well, you see the first 6 months was really about slimming down the government. Now going forward, it's more about the build back stage. And so I would say this is about, what we like to say is removing the drudgery of day-to-day work for those employees and allowing them to do higher action and higher value work. So it should be an accelerant and a productivity lift for the employees of the federal government.
Tom, last word to you. Over the course of your very long career in tech, what are you most proud of?
I think I'm most proud of C3 AI. I think we have a foundational company. We largely invented the space of enterprise AI. And in this market out there where you have companies trading at 100 times revenue, you have companies trading at $500 billion valuations that lose $10 billion a year. I mean, a lot of these valuations are crazy. Come on, C3 AI is a bargain stock. Back up the truck.
That's why we always love talking to you. C3 AI founder, executive chair Tom Siebel, and new CEO Stephen Ehikian. Good to see you both. Thanks for hopping on this morning. We appreciate it.
Thank you, Brian.